Hi there, welcome back to the YouTube channel. Just a reminder, if there is a Final Fantasy commander you want to see me cover, please let me know in the comments down below. But today's deck is going to be Squall. SeeD Mercenary, 2 in a white and a black for a 3/4 human knight mercenary. And Rough Divide, whenever a creature you control attacks alone, it gains double strike until the end of turn. And whenever Squall deals combat damage to a player, return target permanent card with mana value 3 or less from your graveyard to the battlefield. So, you have some built-in reanimation, which does have its upside occasionally, but basically Rough Divide is an exalted trigger to my intents and purposes, apart from this one doesn't give you the +1/+1, but it gives you something better, which is double strike. So there was only one way that I could really see a building Squall when I saw this on the spoilers. Had to go down the exalted route, and that's what I've done. So here is today's deck. Hope you enjoy it. So, 33 creatures in the deck, and a lot of them do things that help us out when we're doing the whole exalted thing. Starting with the Archansan Squire. There's a 1/1 that has exalted. I'm not going to mention if they've got exalted, so it'll get boring after a while. Duty Bound Dead is here. We can pay the 4 mana to regenerate it if we need to. And then Mother of the Runes, we can tap it, give our commander, probably Squall at some stage or another creature, protection from a colour, and just go in and hit someone big once we've got all the exalted creatures out. Selfless Saviour just does save our creatures. We can sack it off to give something indestructible if we need to. It's very good if you've got Squall out and someone tries to terminate it. Yeah, that's the way you go. Even Squire, flying, exalted. And then both of the knights. The White Knight, the Knight of Glory that has pro black, and the Knight of Infinity that has pro white, both of which have exalted to help you out with the triggers. Knight of the White Orchids here, just so we can get some planes out of our library and put into play. The Lion Slash is here to exile things. We can put +1/+1 counters on it, and then the equipped creature gets +1/+1 for each +1/+1 counter on the Lion Sash. Reconfigure 2. So as you know, the rules with reconfiguring, they're either creatures or their equipment, depending if they're attached or not at the time. Coming over from Forgotten Realms, Lothal, the Corrupted Sheriff, because we don't mind losing the odd bit of life, and getting a treasure token helps us. The Rot Curse Arashika also makes an appearance from Tarkir Dragonstorm. 5/5 with decay, that's fine, so you can play an attack. Get it in your graveyard though, because this gives you a way of putting decay counters on all your opponent's creatures that you can target. Hexproof, Shrouded, no point. Yeah, but it does mean when anyone attacks with them, they all die because they have a decay counter on them, and it might just be enough if you need this to finish off a game and get in, so bear it in mind. The Sigurd Paladin is also in for the first strike in the Exalted, and Boromir, Warden of the Tower. This has been annoying me recently. There's been a few people played Boromir against me, which has stopped some of my more important suspend spells happening. But so that does, from that point of view, is quite good. But we can also sack them off we can sack Boromir off to give all our creatures indestructible and let the ring tempt us if we need to. The Guardians are here as a 0/4 Warbles Exalted, and then Heliod's Sudden Crown. Yeah, I've chucked this in because we are going to need to have a life gain in this deck, and this is probably the easiest way of doing it, by paying a white and a blue, white and a colourless, to give a creature lifelink, and then swinging with all your exalted triggers. You're probably going to be very happy. Lauren, the third path, is here just to take out his annoying artifacts and enchantments, and then you make friends with someone to help everyone draw cards. Sage of the Skies comes in as well from the Tarkir Dragonstorm set. Whenever you cast this spell, if you've cast another spell this turn, copy this spell. So, you could get a couple of 2/3 flyers out of this if you do the timing right. Servant of Nethrox isn't great. It's a 3/1 with Exalted, but hey, it's another Exalted trigger. Duskmantle Prowler is a little bit better because it's a 4 mana 2/2 creature with Exalted, but it does have haste, so it does help you get your Exalted triggers off if you need it to. The Merchant of Truth is in because it gets silly. We don't mind attack with our creatures, and when they die we get clues, and then all our clues have Exalted, and if we can make more clues some other way, they get Exalted, and yeah, we get a really big creature really quickly. So hey, it's here. The Scavenger Regent is also in, just so give us a little bit more removal if we need it. It is going to kill everything that isn't a dragon, but we can do it so it's maybe take care of the small stuff. Yeah. Silent Arbiter, no more than one creature can attack each combat. No more than one creature can block each combat. Very nice card if you've got Squall down, a few of the exalted triggers, and then you've got Mother of the Runes to give Squall protection from the cut person you're attacking, so nothing can block it. Yeah, that makes sense. Sublime Bat Archangel chucks around Exalted to all our other creatures as well, so you get there even quicker. Battle Grace Angel, just whenever a creature you control attacks alone, it gains lifelink. So can you imagine a double striking life-linked Exalted Squall with maybe protection from Mother? Yeah, I'm probably getting ahead of myself, but hey, that's the reason it's here. We've got both Cavaliers in, the Cavalier of Dawn and Cavalier of Night, to give us a little bit of let's blow things up that are annoying us, even if this one does give them a 3/3 golem, and this means we have to sacrifice another creature. But if it's something we need to get rid of, they're good ways of doing it, especially Vigilance, Lifelink, it helps. The Archon of Coronation, because you know me, I like to be the Monarch, and as long as we're the Monarch, damage doesn't cause you to lose life. Grave Titans here just give us some good blockers. We all know what this one does. And Nephrox, Overlord of Glixers, also makes an appearance. If we can get this to attack alone, defending player sacks a creature. If they've got one flyer and you attack alone with this at that person, they're sacking that flyer before any blocking goes in. Sun Titan lets us bring other things back. We convert to mana cost 3 or less. And then, yeah, I'm playing Black White, so the Archon of Cruelties here. Drop this one if you want to. Sorceries, just 3 ways of controlling the board. Damnation, Day of Judgment, Wrath of God. They're there. Then instants, not too many again. Path to Exile, Swords to Plowshares to take out those annoying things. And then Teferi's Protection, save us as a game changer. And a Chroma's Will, so we can, you know, maybe Alpha Strike, or at least do one half it if we haven't got Squall in play to get through some damage if we can't do the Exalted Trigger win. Artifacts wise, well, Elixir of Immortality is here to shove everything back in when it goes pear-shaped. Then we've got Sol Ring, Arcane Signet. Brotherhood Regalia is lovely. Put this on Squall, can't be blocked, and has Ward 2 on top of it. Yeah, okay then. I can understand why Brotherhood of Regalia is getting quite hard to pick up in real paper land at the moment at $12 a chuck. Jet Medallion, Pearl Medallion for some more ramp along with Mind Stone. We have the Sigil of Valor. Whenever a creature attacks alone, it gets +1/+1 until the end of turn for each other creature you control. So, you know, kind of super exalted, maybe. 2 mana to cast, 1 mana to equip is very good as far as I'm concerned. The boots are here to give some more protection to Squall if we need it. And then Talisman for ramp with Thought Vessel. Cazadus, the Staff of Hermes, also comes in from Assassin's Creed. Equipped creature has lifelink, and as long as we have 30 or more life, equipped creature gets +5/+5, has indestructible, and prevent all damage that will be dealt to this creature. Not quite sure why we need that bit, but yeah, it's indestructible. Anyway. Maul of the Skyclaves just gives us another way to give it, when it enters the battlefield, we attach it to a creature we control. It gets +2/+2 flying and first strike, so it gives you a way to evade things using Squall. Ramos Echo Ancient Shield is here because this does produce a lot of wonderful defenders for us that have exalted, so that helps. And then Altar of the Goyf. Whenever a creature attacks alone, it gets +6/+6 until the end of turn, where X is number of card types amongst cards in all graveyards. Yeah, you're not going to worry about the trample bit, but the yeah, not bad getting all that +X/+X from everyone's graveyard instead of just our own. Enchantments, there are 10. Ethereal Armor to give us the +1/+1 for each enchantment we control and has first strike. Hyena Umbra gives us a totem armor to protect ourselves. Flowering the Right Tree gives us an extra point of ward for Squall and a +2/+1, which makes them a 5/5, and everything else gets +1/+1. Idolize comes in from Fallout as well. Put it on the creature. Whenever this creature attacks alone, it gets +6/+6 until the end of turn, where X is the number of non-land permanents you control. Just don't do pro white with Mother of Runes when you've enchanted a creature with this. Gets a bit sad. Bastion Remembrance gives us a way of when our creatures die, we get a bit of life and drain others. Angelic Benediction, whenever we attack with a creature alone, we get to tap a creature. And Angelic Exaltation is also whenever a creature you control attacks alone, it gets +X/+X again, where X is the number of creatures we control. Smothering Tide, there's another game change, it just helps us with our mana. Smile at Death is also in to return creatures with power 2 or less from our graveyards to the battlefield and put a +1/+1 counter on each of those creatures. Means that some of our low power Exalted creatures that get killed off can get to come back with a smile at death. And then we have Derelict, Addict, Attic, and Widow's Walk. Unlock this door, you draw 2 cards, lose 2 life. But the Widow's Walk's what we're interested in. Whenever a creature you control attacks alone, it gets +1/+0 and gains Death Touch until the end of turn. Yeah, that's pretty good. Lands, well, they're black and white lands. Nothing that you wouldn't expect to see in any of my other decks, to be honest. We have got Reliquary Tower today. We have got Temple of the False God, because Squall does get quite expensive to replay once you've cast them a few times. And that's it. That's today's Final Fantasy deck. That way, there you go. Get the fingers pointing the right way. I'll sort the camera out in the next video. Hope you've enjoyed it. It's going to be fun seeing Squall if we can do the whole Exalted Alpha Strike. I like trying to build at least one deck every time a set comes out where I can do something with an Alpha Strike. So Squall's the catch-all one for that today. If you think there's anything I've missed out, please leave a comment down below. I do read them all. I do try and respond to every single comment I get. And if you haven't been here before, please consider hitting that subscribe button. As I record this video, I think there's 672 of you subscribed to my channel at the moment, and I'm really hoping that the Final Fantasy cards I'm going to be covering over the next few weeks will help me get that a little bit further. But as I said at the beginning, please, hope you enjoyed Squall. There you go, Squall, use that hand. And if there is a specific Final Fantasy card you want to see covered on the channel here, please let me know in the comments down below, and I will add it to the to-do list. As I say this, I'm hoping I've had a couple of suggestions from yesterday, so I have, like I said yesterday, I have got plans for the rest of this week and some of next week, but after that I'll start looking at the requests that I've had and start looking at those cards. So for now, thanks for watching, hope you've enjoyed it. Comments down below, hit subscribe, come and follow me on Twitch to see me play these decks when they hit the MTGO, and yeah, I'll be back tomorrow with unusually another black-white deck. Have a good one. Bye.